Picture this. You are preparing for an important presentation at work, feeling the weight of responsibility on your shoulders. As you go over your notes, a nagging voice creeps into your mind. You are going to mess this up. You always do. Remember that time you stumbled over your words? Everyone noticed. You are not good enough for this. In that moment, the voice of doubt becomes all-consuming, drowning out any sense of confidence or competence you might have had. This is a classic example of unhelpful thinking in action. In this episode, we will dissect the impact of unhelpful thoughts on our behaviors, exploring how they can shape our actions, perceptions, and even our relationships. Unhelpful thinking refers to those pesky patterns of thoughts that tend to be negative, irrational, or distorted in nature. These patterns often set off a chain reaction, triggering unpleasant emotions and influencing our actions in ways we may not even realize. Here are some of the most common types of unhelpful thinking. Black and white thinking, or all or nothing thinking. This unhelpful thinking leads to rigid thinking, where situations are viewed as either entirely good or entirely bad, with no room for shades of grey. This can contribute to feelings of failure or disappointment when things don't go perfectly. Catastrophizing. It involves blowing things out of proportion and imagining the worst-case scenario. This can lead to excessive worry, anxiety, and avoidance behavior as we try to avoid perceived catastrophes. Overgeneralization. This unhelpful thinking involves drawing broad conclusions based on limited evidence or a single negative experience. This can lead to a distorted perception of reality and a diminished sense of self-efficacy. Personalization. These involve taking responsibility for events that are beyond our control or attributing external events to ourselves. This can lead to feelings of guilt, shame, and self-blame. Mind reading. It involves assuming that we know what others are thinking or feeling without sufficient evidence. This can lead to miscommunication, interpersonal conflicts, and feelings of insecurity. Should statements. These negative thinking patterns involve imposing rigid expectations or standards on ourselves or others. This can lead to feelings of guilt, inadequacy, and resentment when these expectations are not met. Discounting on the positive. A very common unhelpful thinking which involves minimizing or dismissing positive experiences, qualities, or achievements. This can lead to a persistent focus on the negative and a diminished sense of self-worth. Emotional reasoning. This unhelpful thinking makes us believe that our emotions reflect objective reality. This can lead to irrational decision-making and difficulty in distinguishing between feelings and facts. Labeling. We attach negative labels to ourselves or others based on behavior or perceived shortcomings. This can lead to low self-esteem, social withdrawal, and difficulties in forming meaningful relationships. Magnification or minimization. We exaggerate the importance of negative events or downplaying the significance of positive events. This can distort perception of reality and contribute to mood disturbance. These types of unhelpful thinking can significantly impact our emotions, behaviors, and overall well-being, often leading to increased stress, anxiety, and difficulty in coping with life challenges. Imagine we are stuck in a loop of catastrophizing, always expecting the worst outcome. This constant state of alarm might lead us to avoid situations altogether, stalling progress and growth. Recognizing and challenging these patterns of thoughts is key to fostering healthier thinking habits and improving mental resilience. Breaking free from this cycle is not easy, but it is absolutely doable. Step 1 is to recognize when we are caught in the grip of unhelpful thinking, and awareness is key. Once we learn to spot these negative thought patterns, we can start to challenge them. It is about questioning the validity of our thoughts and replacing them with more balanced, constructive alternative. The ability to break negative thinking patterns becomes a valuable asset, empowering us to approach challenges with resilience, creativity, and determination. Let's explore how this skill can positively impact every aspect of our life. Number 1. Relationships. Breaking negative thinking patterns can enhance communication and deepen connections with loved ones. By challenging assumptions and reframing perspective, we can foster empathy, understanding, and forgiveness in our relationships. Number 2, health and well-being. Negative thinking patterns often contribute to stress, anxiety, and poor self-care habits. By breaking these patterns, we can cultivate a greater sense of self-awareness and self-compassion, leading to improved mental and physical well-being. Number 3, personal growth. Negative thinking patterns can hinder personal growth and limit our potential. By challenging these patterns, we can embrace opportunities for learning, development, and self-discovery, ultimately leading to greater fulfillment and success in life. Number 4, career and professional development. Breaking negative thinking patterns can significantly impact our career trajectory and professional satisfaction. By challenging self-doubt and limiting belief, we can pursue ambitious goals, take calculated risks, and seize opportunities for advancement. This can lead to increased confidence, job satisfaction, and fulfillment in our career. Number 5, conflict resolution and problem solving. Negative thinking patterns can exacerbate conflicts and impede effective problem solving. By breaking these patterns, we can approach conflicts with a more open mind, seek constructive solutions, and collaborate effectively with others. This can lead to improved relationships, greater resilience in the face of challenges, and the ability to navigate complex situations with confidence and clarity. Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with this. You are not defined by your thoughts, and you have the power to change them. By recognizing and addressing unhelpful thinking patterns, you can take control of your emotions and behaviors, leading to a happier and more fulfilling life. That's all for today's episode. Thank you for tuning in. If you find this episode helpful, please share with the people around you. I will see you in the next episode. Till then, take care of your body and mind.